Welcome to TLC, the Life Chat with Tina, Lauren and Cassie.
Stroke my tea. You love that bit.
I really do love that, and I wish that this was visual so everyone could see us dancing.
I'm very glad this is not visual.
It will be eventually.
Oh my goodness. Well, it's real. It's raw.
Yeah.
That's us.
That's
Just
it.
sitting around a dining room table doing it. At Cassie's house.
At Cassie's house, yes.
I'm not
For our
technically
listeners,
on.
Cassie house sits, and so she house sits the most amazing places, and that's where we do our podcast.
And we just come and stay there and have girls' nights for free, don't
Yeah,
we?
we pretend it's like an Airbnb.
Yeah.
We've paid $600 for a night.
Yeah.
And then Cassie cooks for us.
Yeah. Yes, and it's pretty good. And she cleans up.
That's
She makes our
amazing.
beds, makes us tea.
I do ask the people that I house sit for if I can have guests.
Oh, yeah.
And these
I wasn't
people
trying to
are-
dob you.
No. And they're very gracious. I must be a nice person to say, yeah, sure.
Well, good people attract
Well, you're
good people.
all right.
Yeah, that's it.
She's all right.
Lovely
I guess.
people.
If you're an
Lovely,
arsehole, you'd
lovely
attract
people.
arseholes.
Generally, I'm not really an arsehole.
No, you're lovely.
Let's get
Next
into
topic.
it, girl. I feel like this one is for you and Tina. You know a lot about it, I will admit.
Well, we think we do.
Nah, but I would admit
We know what we know.
that's why there's three of us. We all have different things to bring to the table. These girls have a lot of knowledge on this, so I'm going to sit back.
I feel you do
and
too.
Literally.
We'll see, but I feel you'll have just as much.
I might be able to input a little bit here or there, but I feel like you girls know a lot about these.
Okay,
We
the
were
white
talking
illegal
about-
substance that you sneak into your car. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which you've got to message the person before you arrive so they can come outside so the people in the house don't know that you're there, and then meet them at the boot with their esky.
So it's
they
like a
can-
drug deal.
So you're not
really.
talking about crack.
It's not crack. It's not
That's
cocaine. It's freaking milk.
Straight from the cow.
What is going on?
So you opened my eyes to this maybe a year ago or so, because I didn't realise it was so illegal, and I didn't realise that dairy farmers could actually have their dairy farm shut down.
Yeah. And go to jail.
I didn't know that, but I thought most of my life that I was lactose intolerant. Well, I think I was, but I'm building up a tolerance now
Because, hang on, because you told your body.
to stop being a pussy. Really good advice from my son. My son, he will say that. If you think you're coming down with a cold, or if you think you've got an allergy or an intolerance, talk to yourself and
I
say,
love it.
don't be a pussy, and you don't be a pussy. Well, you are either a pussy or you're not, and I'm not. So I mean, sometimes I take it too far. I'm like, I can tolerate all kinds of dairy, and then I'm ruined, but I can tolerate a little bit of dairy.
Within reason.
So
yeah.
I probably didn't ever delve into that because I avoided cow's milk because it upset my tummy. So I was on the poison milk, like the almond and the oat and the soy and the...
Full of fillers.
What
and
else was
gums
there?
and-
Like, yeah, just
The heavily
absolute
processed
poison.
chemical
Plant-based,
filled,
they
yeah.
call it. There's no
Ugh.
plants in it. It's just poison. And it's really, really, really bad
Seed
for you.
oils.
But it didn't upset my stomach. So I've done that for years and years. But anyway, you told me that this was illegal, and I'm saying why. And you said something along these lines. Quote me if I'm wrong, but maybe one person in the last 50 years or 100 years has died
Yes.
from drinking raw cow's milk.
Yes.
Right?
Imagine if they applied that to vaccines. But anyway,
There we go again. But then Paulie, your husband, said, but what about alcohol and cigarettes, which is just readily available to
Yeah,
everyone and anyone?
absolutely.
Have you
Yeah.
ever heard
Which
of
may
anyone
I
dying?
add, the government makes a shit ton of
Well,
tax
there's
money
no money
from.
to be made off of raw cow's milk. But
well, tax it. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I
I'll
don't
pay the
either.
tax as long as we can get it.
But everybody, like so many people have died from drinking alcohol or smoking cigarettes, and
Yes.
nobody cares. But one person dies from drinking cow's milk, and everybody cares. And then you got me thinking about that, and I couldn't believe it. And then I can't say who because
Because I'll go to jail.
yeah, but I have come across someone who has a dairy farm who's kind enough to fill up some empty bottles of milk for me and drop it off to I can't say the location. I'm serious, I can't say the location. I can't say where, who, how, or
Lauren,
where.
you're such a milk cartel.
The Milk Cartel. That's this episode's
It's called the Milk Cartel. But interestingly, 20 years or I can't remember. Anyway, I think I was born lactose intolerant. I built up a tolerance. Then I had my own kids. I was bad again. And it was my son Justin who wanted the raw cow's milk, so I got it for him. And then I tried it a couple of times, really scared, reluctantly tried it because the gut pains are horrendous. Nothing. No gut pains. I can have a smoothie, milkshake, coffee, no gut pains. Yet, if I go and get the Coles or Foodland or Woolworths or go to a cafe and get a coffee of cow's milk, I will get gut pains. So then I'm like, okay, so they must put a lot of crap in all the milk that we buy from the shop and raw straight from the cow.
Processed, yeah.
Because I've always said, oh, we're not a calf, why would we drink?
Yeah, human milk for human babies.
Yeah, and I feel a bit like, ugh, why would I drink a cow's milk? I'm not a baby calf. And I still think that a little bit. But anyway, I can tolerate cow's milk straight from a cow. It baffles me that it's illegal. Everybody should be doing it. I think we'd have a healthier group of humans if we were all drinking milk straight from the cow.
So many benefits. It's not actually the shit that they put into the milk. It's the goodness they take out. That's the problem.
Oh, yeah.
So the heating and the pasteurisation, all of that takes out all the good stuff. I do still think that we probably shouldn't be having a lot of milk because, what is it, after the age of 5 or 6, we lose that enzyme lactase, which prevents us from actually digesting lactose. But the raw milk just doesn't do that.
No. Well, that's the thing. I would still say I'm lactose intolerant, but I'm not when it comes to raw cow's milk.
And that's why, breastfeeding your kids for so long is fine too, because they still have that enzyme. I mean, I breastfed Molly till she was 5.
I love that.
Yeah.
And that is frowned upon by so many people.
Oh, so many people.
But what is more natural than a child having their mother's milk?
And I donated milk through the Human Milk for Human Babies page because
that's amazing.
There's a lot of mums that couldn't breastfeed, but they don't want to give their kids formula or cow's milk or whatever.
I respect that.
So they would drop off their bottles. But that's all self-funded, self-managed. Like they don't actually have...
Is that illegal? Would you get in a lot of trouble if someone found out?
No, it's not illegal, but they don't have a milk bank.
Okay.
Which is ridiculous.
I had never heard of that. I had heard of years and years ago the wet nurse, where you used to feed other people, breastfeed other people's babies.
When she had her baby, she had heaps of milk.
Yeah.
And Joe used to go into the hospital and be like, oh, where's my wife? And she's upstairs feeding all the babies that couldn't be fed by their mums.
That's kind of beautiful.
Then too, they didn't have all this powdered milk. No. I know my husband's mum was a wet nurse for his sister who had triplets and didn't have enough milk back then for them.
Yeah, cool.
So, of course, that's
so much sense,
nieces and nephews, and that's what they did back then.
That's beautiful.
They didn't have
I would love to be able to
all those things, And can I just say, going back to you saying it was frowned upon to nurse your daughter, who the fuck cares?
Oh, I certainly did.
Seriously. But I mean, mind your own business. You do you. Do your life. Why is everyone so involved in other people's business and what they think is right or wrong or should or shouldn't be done? People, get a life. Seriously. And whether we want to drink raw cow's milk or not, we need to come back to basics where everyone's not just got each other under a fucking microscope.
You just said something about getting back to basics. That's what I'm really, really passionate about. But I think I kind of always have been, but more so like just growing your own veggies and having the raw cow's milk and that sort of stuff. You look to it as though you're some weird hippie, a crazy person if you have a vegetable garden or drink raw cow's milk or take your vitamins and drink your herbal teas.
Or raw honey for a sore throat.
Well, and that works beautifully.
Well, hang on.
For so many
You're
things.
right. But not if you're a 24-year-old homesteader. Perfect. No.
We found some overalls for your birthday, by the way.
I actually would love some overalls. I would love them.
And they're the perfect homesteader.
I changed my tune.
I was going to surprise you, but
no, I want them. I changed my tune on that. I think I was jealous. And when I did some self-reflecting,
and a red checkered shirt,
and
like
I just
you'll
want
rock
to
it.
look like a real homesteader. Because I am a real homesteader.
Goat's milk. Hang on, just quickly.
My goats, I can't milk my goats. Kenny's been fixed and...
Well, I don't think you would want to milk Kenny because...
No, I was going to say Kenny can't get...
He only has one teat and it's not drinkable.
Oh my gosh,
Can I just say-
I was going to say Kenny can't get the girls pregnant. I know I can't.
Do you know
milk
what?
Kenny.
Sorry.
That teat's not meant to be pulled.
Do you know what?
Oh my
I
goodness.
just had...
That's
I
silly.
actually-
But it wasn't that long ago, like when I was young, very young, a milkman came around and delivered milk and you would leave your empty jars out and it would get filled up. There was a milkman.
Yeah.
And that was raw milk from a dairy.
We lived up the dirt road outside of Birdwood. There's a dairy farm on that road. We used to pull in there with a bucket.
Absolutely.
And not
It
even
would
a
be
sterilised
encouraged.
bucket, nothing, like just literally...
Yeah.
We
scooped
did
it
the
in
same
there.
thing. I was on a hobby
Yeah,
farm.
you
The
were.
same.
Yeah.
Like we would rock in to the local dairy
Just pull
farmers.
in, get your
You'd
milk,
pull
that's
the
it.
lid up from the milk vat.
Yeah.
The dairy farmer had a jug on top that you grabbed for the people that pulled in.
Yeah.
You put your money in the little cup and you'd scoop out a couple litres of milk.
And my parents, believe it or not, you know, I mean, they weren't at like what you would call the homesteading type. But
They
having
sort of were.
They sort of were. Having said that, I do remember them actually making butter. They got a butter churn, a wooden butter churn, and got the cream off the top of the milk and actually made butter.
Well, it might have also been a financial thing too.
Oh, it was 100% financial
Yeah.
then.
So how come in just 30 or 40 years we've gone so far that it's now illegal when we remember a time where it was encouraged? It saved on money. It saved on rubbish.
Yeah.
Because you would reuse the same bottles over
no
and over.
cartons or plastic.
So it's just, I just don't understand it. I can't understand it.
Actually, and there's the other thing about going from glass bottles to cartons and then back to clear plastic bottles. So they went to cartons because the sunlight destroyed the vitamin A in the milk.
Oh, right.
And so then they said, okay, we'll put them in cartons and we'll protect the milk. And then they've gone completely the other way and put them back in clear stuff, but plastic this time instead of glass. So you're still getting the vitamin A destroyed,
But it's now in
but
plastic.
it's now in plastic.
So it's
now
doubling.
leaching plastics.
Yeah, so they're trying to kill us.
Anyway.
Literally, whole modern medicine needs a kick up the arse.
But people say, oh, so you don't really believe in traditional medicine. I've heard that before. I'm like, but traditional medicine is what I do believe in. That's the herbs. That's all the stuff that's been going on for thousands of years.
Allopathic medicine, which is treating symptoms, has only been around for just over 100 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our-
So that's not traditional
That's not
medicine.
traditional.
To me, that's alternative.
Yes, that's
What's been
contemporary
going on for
medicine.
years and years and years and years is the stuff. And now this
Yes.
very new stuff to me is alternative. But I just feel, am I an idiot? Am I that stupid? That
No.
because that doesn't make sense to me.
No, they're misbranding it. What they should be saying is mainstream medicine or allopathic medicine. Allopathic is treating a single system in the body, respiratory, circulatory, and it treats the symptoms of that. So you come to me, you got a cough, I'm going to treat the cough. I'm not actually going to try and figure out why you have a cough or support your system to have an immune system for that cough. So that's naturopathy. So that's a holistic model. So you're looking at everything within the body and to support that. And the cough is just to get rid of what's in the body, right? So you cough because you've got phlegm or you've got something you want to bring up. So why do you want to
Suppress it,
suppress that and dampen it and not let your body get rid of it? Like a fever, right?
Yeah, when you're
So-
fighting an infection.
Yes,
that's
your
your
body
Yeah.
builds up heat to get rid of the virus. Oh no, let's give them some Panadol to reduce their fever. Okay, so let's just let the virus multiply in a very chilled environment without any fever.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. So anyway, sorry, I digress.
And people think you're brave if you use the herbs. But I think you're brave to use the new stuff. That's what I was saying before in another episode. I don't feel very brave when I'm sticking with something that's tried and tested for years and years and years and years and years.
Totally.
I think the people that go to the chemist and get the scripts and do that, I think they are so brave.
Especially
Hats off
if
to
they actually
them.
read
They
an
are so
insert.
brave.
Yeah, if they read an insert and it says a rare side effect of this medication is dizzy spells and seizures,
And they still do it.
and they still do it, far out, you're brave.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know what? Rare is as common as 1 in 1,000. So the actual definition of rare is between 1 in 1,000 to 1 in 10,000. That's not very
That's
rare.
not rare.
And then, though, if you go on the other side of that, take these herbs. God be with you.
Yeah.
If this shit doesn't work, well, what? What's going to happen?
Yeah, you're no worse off.
It didn't work.
No, that's right. Exactly.
Yeah, you've got nothing to lose, have you?
So,
No.
Yeah. When
I mean,
people roll their eyes at me when I say, oh, try echinacea or have like lemon and honey in, they're like,
But it
well,
works. It actually works.
There's
biggest
properties
thing
out of certain things that have grown on this earth for like aloe vera and burns and
100%.
different, like it's a plant that is natural.
You know, one thing though that I read somewhere or someone told me, and it's so true, if all these pharmaceuticals and medicines and whatever was about your health, then wouldn't the people who are taking the most pills be our healthiest people?
Yes. Yes. 100%.
But don't you find that the people that are taking the least amount of pills are our healthiest
Yeah.
people?
Yes.
So then
More pills
it's not
equals
about
more
health.
pills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they don't make you healthy.
Totally. Do you?
We got off of track because it was
We
about
really
milk.
did.
We were talking
That's
about
right.
milk.
Yeah.
But the point being that if it was about health and safety and preventing death from raw milk, then no pharmaceuticals would be approved. It's that simple. If it was about our health.
It all comes back to the same reason.
Money, money, money!
Oh my goodness. Love it. All right.
And that's a wrap.
We need to wrap it up. Good night, people.
Good night.
We love you.